is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? You are listening to another episode of the Hardcore Geek Podcast, and as always, I'm your host, Ryan, aka Mr. Showtime, and I'm here, possibly, maybe not wearing pants. That's usually how we like to do things around here. We are here in the fancy studio loft. And with me is Mr. Chase Merriman. How are you, sir?
Hello.
I'm, yeah. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good.
Oh, yeah.
On the phone
via faraway location.
Yeah, well, you know, let's do this intro one more time. Right here, in the studio, Mr. Chase Merriman. Give it up for Chase Merriman. Yeah. Let's try it one more time. Chase Merriman.
Chase Merriman.
We're testing out the sound effect here. And on the telephone, live.
Via location.
Yeah, we don't know where he's coming from.
Satellite location.
Joe Dub, what's going on, man?
Yo.
So guys, how is it?
It's can you believe we're halfway past January?
We are.
And it's 55 degrees outside. What is up with that?
Yeah, was I the only one that wore shorts going out today?
I had to wear pants for work.
Joe, how about you, man? Did you no pants it to work today?
Oh no, I had pants on, but I've seen 2.5 people who were wearing shorts today.
All right. Is that against the law at the place of work, which we shall not mention?
I mean, they weren't at work. These are just random people that I've seen. You know, I'm like, I seen one person, seen another, then I seen half a person. I'm like, okay, it's not summer, but cool.
So half a person, were they missing?
They'll have pneumonia soon.
So half the person, were they missing arms or legs?
They were little people.
That is a half a person.
That's right. And right here on the Hardcore Geek Podcast, we love little people. I am a little people. Peacemaker, she's a little people. She's not here tonight, but she is little. She is little. Guys, before we get into the show, I want to thank you guys for all your downloads, your listens, and all that fun stuff. You can check us out at hardcoregeekcast.com. We are on Twitter as well, at HCGeekcast. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your kids, hide your wives, all that fun stuff.
Tell your enemies.
Yeah, we are right here on Spreaker.com, live right now. It's going to be Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com/show/hardcore geek. And if you want to check us out on iTunes as well, we are one of many shows under the Stolen Show Network umbrella, if you will. You want to check us out, check out the Rebellion Wrestling radio show, and many more to come.
Many more.
So, Joe, I texted you this today. We're gamers. We try to game. As adults, we try to game as much as we can. But you saw that Injustice 2 trailer, right?
Oh, yeah. It looked beautiful.
That thing came up on my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I'm like, oh, man, that looks nice.
So, did you play the original?
Yes, a little bit. I didn't, really get into it, but I had a couple of friends who had it, and, I mean, you play the fighting game, you play one, you play them all, so I was actually whooping his ass pretty good, surprisingly.
Talking some trash.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, the graphics on this new one look really good. Obviously, it's by the same people. NetherRealm, who do the Mortal Kombat games, so can't really go wrong there. I know it's coming out in May, so I really want to pre-order that, get that day it comes out. Probably going to get that Ultimate Edition. I'm not going to get the random one that comes with a 2-foot tall action figure and a sticker that cost me $3,000. You know how it goes. It's so dumb. So Chase, did you as a kid, were you a Mortal Kombat guy or were you a Street Fighter guy?
Oh, man, I love both. So, if it comes to movies, I preferred the Mortal Kombat movie better. The video game.
The Street Fighter movie, that was rough, man. That was rough.
That's so tough because, like, I love Mortal Kombat because it had, like, it kind of formed into Glacier, a.k.a. The Wrestler, when he came out, was kind of a copy off of Mortal Kombat. But I could play Street Fighter because that wasn't as, like, violent. I wasn't, like, technically allowed. But I preferred Mortal Kombat with friends, Street Fighter by myself. Because it was tough because, like, I liked Raikou from Street Fighter. Was awesome. Ryu, but, like, Mortal Kombat just was sweet. Just, you could do, like, so much more with Mortal Kombat.
Joe, what about you, man? Were you MK or Street Fighter?
I gotta go with my man Chase on this one. I was both. Grew up playing Street Fighter 2, of course. You know, that came out technically before the first Mortal Kombat. And then when Mortal Kombat came along and these fatalities that were never heard of at the point, you know, everybody, it was a worldwide phenomenon. It's like, oh, you know, and then of course you remember these fatalities like it's nothing. You know, oh, I need to be in sweep distance to make sure I do this.
That's true.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, Joe, I don't know, when we were in college, we used to do the Mortal Kombat was the joke was if a guy was with a girl, the guy was supposed to would go, Mortal Kombat, and we all yell, finish her!
That would be amazing. That would be... And then it would be, the best thing would be is if the dude just stepped down, he's like, flawless victory. That would be great. That would be my favorite. Wow, this just took a turn to the worst here. But that's all right. It's what we do here. We are hardcore. We're explicit, so we can say pee pee poo poo caca, buttholes, and all that fun stuff here. Yeah, tell your kids. So, God, I get so lost now. So yeah, I don't know if you guys, when you guys are playing like Street Fighter, did you have like that one friend, or were you that one friend that would do all that cheap shit where you would get, like, the guy in the corner and do, like, a million Hadoukens where the guy couldn't even get a move in? Because I hated that person.
Guilty. I'm so guilty of that.
Oh, of course Chase was that person. See, I despise that person because Chase, I tell you right now, Chase was probably the one who either picked E Honda or Chun-Li and just sat there and tapped that damn button forever. And
hell yeah, I picked Chun-Li. He had the long legs, man. You had to do that. You had to take it.
That's crazy.
And I would usually get around it because I got an older brother and he would always pick Ken, so I had to be, you know, Ryu sucks because I like Ken's, like his outfit better. I like the red. Mm-hmm. But, it got to a point where, you know, me and him played each other so much, and when I would play people who would want to do stuff like that, I knew it was going down. And don't let it be Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Oh yeah, you weren't touching me because I'm sitting here I'm throwing Hadoukens at you, and then I'm doing it. What's the kick? I think that's verbatim what they say.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, man, like. I was definitely a Street Fighter kid, but yeah, when Mortal Kombat came around, I saw it in the video game arcades, but I was like always like the little kid, and there was always like a crowd around the game. So a cousin of mine got Mortal Kombat on like Sega Genesis, and I know y'all remember here, if you had Sega, you had to put in the blood code. Anybody remember the blood code?
I don't know.
I do not remember it, but I remember having to put it in.
Like, I used to think that was so cheap. Why, like, it's like the only thing you could do that was brutal, I think, like, on the pit. You could still knock them off the pit. But yeah, man, Mortal Kombat was my shit, man. I used to, Scorpion was my guy. Back, high punch. Get over here. All the time, man. Back, high punch. That would be my cheap move. I would do that all the time. But
Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero was... Oh, man, I love Sub-Zero. I thought Sub-Zero was the coolest, character.
He was the coldest. Okay. Pun intended. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. What was that? We have sound effects now. This is wonderful. Wow. All right. So, speaking of... I mean... Right now, we're going to sound like those old guys where we're like, I remember back in the day, right?
Well, you know, I am 33 or 32. Joe's probably 30. So, you know, We are kind of like that. Like, the arcade back when we were growing up was huge.
Exactly.
I mean, this was before, like, Dave and Buster's probably came to be. You know, you had that, you went to the mall, or you went to, like, it really was a mall, mostly.
Yeah, you have that, and, but yeah, man, I think, like, these kids nowadays, they got it really easy. Like, you can, and I'm guilty because I did this today, you can just log in on your PlayStation account and just download a game. You don't even need to go to the store and buy it anymore.
Hell, it used to be, like, impossible to play Oregon Trail. Now you can, like, play Oregon Trail and everything.
Play it on your phone.
No.
So
Everything.
everything. Oh, yeah. I didn't even, like, you can play, like the First Injustice game. You can get it on your phone. You can do anything now. So this is just me, because, like, we had consoles when we were kids. Like, we had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, stuff like that. But when we were younger, we had this thing that maybe people don't remember, or maybe if you're a little younger, if you were born any later than 1995, you may not know what a video game arcade is. But yeah, man, you go there, you bug your mom and dad to give you a bunch of quarters. Usually you bug them enough where they don't want to talk to you anymore, and then they'll just give you like $10, $20 and just tell you to have a ball, and they'll leave you there.
And that you'll be there the whole afternoon. You're good.
Exactly. You don't got to go shopping or anything. You just you play all your stuff. Some of them had skee ball. Some of them had, you got your Mortal Kombats. You got your Afterburner. You got to remember Afterburner. You would get in there and the thing would actually move when you fly the plane.
Yeah.
Like, that was
awesome. That was dope.
Like,
that was before its time right there.
I know, right? It's nuts. But, like, do you think, like, that's something that, like, kids nowadays would appreciate? Like, if they go and they're like, and they see a big arcade cabinet of, like, an up-to-date Ninja Turtles. Like, that was my go-to. The big 4-player Ninja Turtles arcade game.
That was that was fun. That was their, I always like the ones with the guns. Like, you take the guns, like the Old West.
Oh, was it House of the Dead? Is that
Lethal Enforcers.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
Time Crisis.
I love the Daytona 500 when you could take the car and drive, and it was
so, because if you really look at everything and look at how the gaming world was back then compared to now, back then we didn't have cell phones and stuff like that. Makes us sound so damn old.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's true.
We didn't have those things, so our outlet for and then think about it this way: with arcades, there were plenty of games, I can name tons of them off, that never came to consoles. So the only way you could play them was go to the arcade.
Go ahead and name some of those.
Oh, the number one I'm going to name, and I'll just leave it at that, is The Simpsons, arguably one of the best arcade games ever.
That is, yeah.
That's right, that one. I think that was that by Konami, like the same people that made the Turtles game?
I actually think so, but I'm going to check on that now, because now I need to know, as I just brought up the Mortal Kombat blood code, and if I say it, it's going to piss both of you off, because you're going to remember it like you got to be kidding me.
I mean, we all remember the Konami code.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course. The Konami code is tattooed on my wrist, so...
Yeah. So what's his blood code? Go ahead and tell me.
The doggone blood code is ABACABB.
Did you have to hit start at a certain time, too? If it was the...
Nope. As soon as you said it, it made the noise.
Oh, okay.
And then you're like, oh, there we go.
Got it. Okay.
Just that simple. But yeah, The Simpsons was my go-to all the time. I actually have that on name, which every now and then I'll play it and have a blast. I'm sure y'all remember Time Killers.
Oh yeah.
I don't actually. I may have played it.
Time Killers. That was the one where you would actually be able to rip their limbs off and stuff.
Oh.
It was pretty freaking amazing.
That's pretty bad.
And you would be playing with this player hopping on one leg trying to beat somebody up.
That's nuts. That's crazy. Do you guys remember the X-Men game?
That was the other one.
That's So I Could Be Beast.
That
Beast
actually
was my
might
favorite
be over.
What's that, Joe?
Yeah, that might be over Simpsons. Honestly, that's classic right there.
I remember
Definitely.
they had the one thing I remember is there was this whoever did the voiceover for the first level for Magneto. If anybody remembers this, he pops up and the mountain that they're fighting on breaks away, but he goes, "X-Men, welcome to die," and I'm like, what does that even mean? Welcome to die. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's that's... As a kid, you're like, alright, whatever. You're like, holy shit, it's Magneto. But, as an adult, you're like, who did the voiceover for this? This is terrible. This is not right.
Welcome to die.
But,
yeah. That's not what I want to hear as a 9-year-old, you know?
Yeah. Freaking, X-Men was good. There was also some games that, they did try to port to a console that was kind of shitty. And there were some that were good. One that was kind of shitty. I don't know if you guys remember Primal. Was it Primal Rage?
Primal Rage, yeah.
Primal Rage.
There was Primal Carnage,
too. It definitely wasn't as good.
Yeah.
That too, yep. It definitely wasn't the same at all.
My favorite arcade game was kind of goofy. Was the ones you could be the gorilla, the dinosaur, the three.
Oh, Rampage.
Was it Rampage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there supposed to be a movie about Rampage?
I
thought The Rock was supposed to be
in it.
Yeah, The Rock's in everything. Seriously, The Rock. The Rock's probably in my fridge. He's everywhere. So I don't know.
Yeah, is there something The Rock hasn't done yet?
The Rock. I guess The Rock's going to be doing. He's playing. Is it Black Adam in the Shazam movie?
Yeah.
So yes, he is. It's still in the real early stages. He actually just had a interview in regards to it. He had a meeting about it, and it's still a go. I'm not sure how it'll fit with the current DC cinematic universe, or if it will just be something solo. But they're saying 2019, 2020. So we'll see. The early renderings of when people do the photoshops of the picture with him in the outfit, he looks dead on. It's perfect.
I know you saw the rendering of him, the fanny pack picture of him in the Black Adam outfit. Did you? I knew you saw it.
Yeah.
I think you put it it was one of those who did this? Seriously, it looks so good, but it's and I think they made the fanny pack golden, so that's what made the whole picture. But yeah, I'm pumped for that. I mean, we know all too well how the agony of getting too hyped up for a DC film. So I'm gonna have my reservations. But this is coming from the guy who owns Green Lantern on extended cut Blu-ray. So I guess I have no room to talk, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do something with that.
I love
that doesn't involve watching it.
I love the meme going around with the Green Lantern with Joe Biden with the Obama putting in. I think I sent that to you about the no Joe, you're not the Green Lantern.
Yeah, did you see that meme?
No, I don't think I did.
It's like a meme where Obama's giving him that Freedom Award, and it has a quote. So Joe Biden's doing the Green Lantern quote, through blackest day, through whatever night, no evil shall escape by might. And then Obama cuts him off. He's like, Joe, this does not make you the Green Lantern. So it's
those Obama Biden memes been killing me. Just so hilarious.
I know, it's nuts. I think they'll still continue after WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump is in the office. How weird is that?
How weird! I know. I saw. It's the fact that I shared it on Facebook. I was there at WrestleMania 23 when he attacked Vince McMahon. It's your president-elect is a guy who was in WrestleMania 23 in a hair versus hair match.
Yeah, that is kind of weird though. I don't know. I mean, we don't really get too much into politics, but it is kind of weird seeing someone like that in office. But is what it is. But getting back to video games, man. So what was your I got 2 quarters left and I gotta go play it? What is your game? Joe, I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, period, point blank. It's literally, well, okay, so we'll go with this. We'll go with two scenarios. The first scenario is it depends on who's there. Because, you got them certain times. If you go to the arcade, it might be kind of empty. So, you might just, I'll play Simpsons or something. But typically, if I'm playing Simpsons or X-Men, I want a group of people. So, so we all can have some fun. It's a 4-player game.
Mm-hmm.
One of my personal favorite, if it's like, okay, it's the end of the night, I'm about to go home. I don't know if y'all remember it, but I still play it on my 3DS, Outrun.
Outrun. Oh, okay. I remember now. Okay. That was
with the beautiful cruising music and the fact that, like, I've gotten so far in that game and lost every time, and then it'll show you how far you got, and I'm like, I was almost there. But it's just like old Nintendo games, Once you get so far and then you end up losing, hence cough Castlevania or cough Ninja Gaiden, you just turn it off and just walk away. You can't play no more because you're so mad at how far you got, and it took you days, and you don't want to have to relive that anytime soon. So yeah, Outrun, definitely.
Outrun. Chase, what was you have 2 quarters left. Your mom's not going to give you any more quarters. What's the game you play?
I always loved the Daytona or any racing game. I don't know why. It was just always that like that.
Did you play Crazy Taxi, or was that past our time? Because I know they had Crazy Taxi.
I think I did play Crazy Taxi, but I just loved like the one that I think it was almost like it was like Outrun, but it was called Cruising, and you're driving and you're basically trying to avoid the traffic, and it's like in California, and it was just.
Is that the one? Is that the one that's like cruising?
Yes, that one. Yeah, it had like that terrible, it was like cruising. Yeah, the really bad music, and you're like driving to like avoid traffic. You're just driving a car. It was just fun because it was so stupid, but it was great.
That's classic.
Oh man, and that's it. And that's just.
I mean, it really was. You were literally like driving to avoid hitting a car in traffic. It's like driving. It's like your typical 480 driving on 480. Like, oh my god, there's a car. Let me get around it. But when you're pretty like 16 driving, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drive, and then it's like, and then you realize like, oh my god, it's just like a video game.
Mm-hmm. We've all had those moments driving on the highway, and you're just thinking to yourself, you're like, man, just let me shoot a turtle shell at this guy. Let me shoot a freaking turtle shell or a banana peel at somebody. Got that Mario Kart going,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Since real quick, Chase, since you said you're in the racing, what about Pole Position? That was another one of my favorites.
Oh my god, Pole Position was the best. That was like one of those games that like I could have played for hours upon hours. I just thought it was awesome. It was just like, and you kept trying to play it because you're like, oh, you're so close to beating the record, and then you're like, you're there, and then you just keep hoping, like, especially like the one when you go to lap, you're like, you have 5 seconds, and you're like pressing as hard as you can. You're like, am I gonna cross? Am I gonna cross? And then you cross. It's like you have 30 seconds. And you're like, oh shit, no, I really got to go fast. I love games. That was the best.
Yes, indeed.
Pole Position was the bomb. That was a. I still play that when I go. I think Dave and Buster's up here has it, or down in Columbus. One of them has.
We need to take a day and do. Well, they have that here, and Dave and Buster's. We got to try to hit.
South Park still has an arcade.
They got we got 16-bit too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ooh, that 16-bit bar. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to do that one night. Maybe do an event there. That'd be fun. My games. I had 2 games that I had to play. One, hands down, it was. Let's say 3, but one is kind of like the same game. Either Ninja Turtles or Turtles in Time was another one. I never Turtles in Time.
In freaking time.
I know, right?
Dude.
And they had, and the arcade, the cabinet played the Pizza Power theme song from the concert. If anybody remembers that.
Yes, it did. Oh man, nostalgia right now.
That concert, man, that was the bomb. That was like everybody had to go to that concert.
I thought about trying to buy the VHS off of eBay just to have it, because I do have a VHS player stashed away somewhere. But so yeah, either Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, or if you guys remember this is the only like gun game I would play, but they had the Terminator 2 game where you would be like fighting like in like the future, and you're just like ducking behind people, and it had like the machine gun and all that. Does anybody remember that one?
Oh, I remember because it had that really sweet black gun. I was like, oh man, this is futuristic, and it only had one button on it that worked, but it had a whole bunch of different buttons that made it look like it worked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely it. So, yeah, it's a shame that it's not really a thing anymore. I mean, it was just a lot of fun. It's just at the risk of sounding old, it really was a simpler time for all of us, back then, just you go there, you play your games, if you're in the fighting games, and what's cool too is that you would meet up with your crew there, or you would meet new friends there too, as opposed to a kid sitting at home with a headset on talking to some kid in Germany or something like that. And I think that's something that kids lack nowadays, is actual human interaction other than social media or anything like that. By the way, guys, follow us on Twitter at HC Geekcast.
Bam! HC Geekcast.
Like that little segue
and
there.
And on Facebook.
Yeah. Can I tell a funny story about my one and only time that I decided to play video games online? May I tell that really quick, you guys?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Okay, so my beautiful wife, my lovely wife, I didn't know where we got each other like little wedding gifts a little bit before we got married. So she got me a new TV for my office, and at the time I had an Xbox, so she got me it was Call of Duty Ghosts, and I never played. First of all, I'm terrible at first person shooters. I will play through the campaign a little bit. I'll fumble my way through, but it's just one of those ones I wanted to try. You know what I mean? So
right.
I had like a month subscription to Xbox Live, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go online, and I'm terrible. Again, I'm really bad at this, and I do the dreaded move where you go to throw a grenade and it bounces off the wall right back at you and kills everybody. So this little kid who had to be from like Hungary or the Philippines told me to go fuck myself pretty much, and my mother was a whore and I was a noob and I should kill myself. And I'm like, all right, never playing online ever again. Like, as a grown man, my feelings were hurt by probably a 9-year-old, hundreds of thousands of miles away. So,
in a third world country,
I will never play online video games again.
Yeah, I did it once. Yeah,
I know, right? I'm like,
try playing Madden online. You played against people in Madden, like you trash talk the whole time. It's like crazy. Like people literally like when you play like Madden, they like literally like. It's like some people. It's competitive. It's like they're like talking like NFL trash, like straight up like talking things about like your mom, and I'm like, whoa, hey now, like it's online people gaming. It's funny to watch online gamers.
Yeah.
Like Ivana is kind of cool like that. They'll actually have a channel for watching online gamers on Ivana. It's kind of hysterical to watch them. And especially like people in foreign countries, they really get into it, and it like literally sounds like that. They're like cussing or doing something, but it's hysterical because I can't understand a lick of English they're saying.
Yeah, Joe, you and I were talking about this the other day, just randomly, how we really miss having Tecmo Bowl tournaments.
Oh, I missed it. I love Tecmo Bowl.
And
yeah, I told you, you gonna get that ass whooped. You're not ready. It's going down.
On the Wii, you can download. On the Wii, you can download Tecmo Bowl.
I know, but you got... I mean,
but it doesn't have the players' names on it. It's another crappy thing.
I need to have the old school controller. I got to be playing. First of all, as a grown-up, I can admit that friendships were broken during games of either Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl. I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but there's a few friends that we haven't...
Tecmo Super... We don't play. We play Super Tecmo Bowl. Forget that. That's when you can do the seasons and change all that everything. That right there, like the original Tecmo Bowl don't even exist to me anymore. It's just Tecmo Super Bowl. That is the one. I actually still have a season going on right now with Buffalo because Thurman Thomas on that one. Not stopping him. So.
Does that one have Bo Jackson too on that one? Because when we played, we had the Bo Jackson. We had the no Bo Jackson rule. You cannot be Oakland because Bo Jackson does not get tackled at all in Tecmo.
Shoot, if that's the case, then it got to be a no Bo Jackson, no Emmitt Smith, no Eric Dickerson. It's a couple of them that you throw 5 people at them, and you're flying off the screen. Like, where did he go?
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because that's coming full circle now. I don't know if you guys have seen the recent Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl commercials. I think they're for like a car company. I think
for Kia.
For Kia, the first time I seen it, I actually scared my son because I laughed. I wasn't looking at the TV. This was during the Browns game. I just happened to be looking down at my phone, and I heard the "see down." I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And I looked up, and the fact that he ran out and got his car, and then did the little run around with the car, when you get to the end zone. But I'm not going to run in the end zone yet. I'm going to run across. Mm-hmm. Dude, I screamed. Like, I was screaming so hard. I'm like, this is the funniest commercial ever. And then the fact when the dude from the opposing team, I cannot think of his name right now, got in the car with him, I'm like, wow.
I think it was
my childhood right here.
Was it like Boomer Esiason? I think. I could be wrong.
Say it again.
Was it Boomer? Boomer Esiason?
No, it was Boz. It was Boz. Brian Bosworth that he almost hits because of what happened was the famous was when on a Monday night game, Bo Jackson pretty much ran over the Boz, and that was the end of the Boz's career. Like he wasn't the same after that, and so that was famous for that incident. That basically was a joke that this time he picks him up instead of running him over again.
That's funny. So another cool thing with those old games is that we have the when you guys listen to the intro to our show, we have the 8-bit music, the chiptune music. Something that's kind of like making a little comeback. There's companies that actually will make random songs that are on the radio. They'll kind of convert it to 8-bit and 16-bit sounds. Kind of brings back a little bit of a nostalgia there. And it leads us to want to make music. Joe, I know you dabble in recording random songs. You've done like parody videos. Can you talk about that? I want to, and if you have your YouTube link, I'll plug it because you had some funny ass songs.
Yeah. I mean, well, when I do it, I haven't done it in a little bit, just working, but. When I do it, I go by MYL, which stands for Making You Laugh, haha. And, I've been doing food parodies ever since I was like 10 years old. I mean, one of the first ones, Mint Condition song Pretty Brown Eyes, we changed to Crispy Brown Fries. So, ever since then, it was always something that I would do, and people would be like, it was to the point where I'd be like, just name a song, name a random song, and I'll start doing a parody of it immediately, just like that. And yeah, I got 3 albums I created. 2 of them went aluminum. And yeah.
That's awesome.
It's,
that's a lost art.
On YouTube. Say that again?
I said that's a lost art, parody songs, Like Weird Al Yankovic, stuff like that,
Did you see there's like Weird Al's got like a box set or something like that's about to come out. He's got some epic thing that's about to come out of his.
We all listened to Weird Al, didn't we? I mean, we gotta admit that.
We did. Weird Al was UHF, man.
Yeah,
great movie.
Yeah, UHF was good. Joe, what's your YouTube? So if people want to listen back and to this episode, and they can go back and check you out online.
You just gonna put me on the spot.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what you're gonna do. Just right there. You You got. I was trying to hurry up and type it up so I could remember.
Oh, sorry. I think
because Chase was talking, and I'm like, okay, this perfect time. Let me hurry up. And then, hey, Joe, what's that YouTube link?
Here, while you're looking it up, Chase, you're starting to dabble in music.
I am.
So some people, they want to learn violin. Some people want to learn piano. Maybe they'll pick up a guitar. You, sir, are studying the art of the ukulele.
The ukulele. Apparently, that is actually a very popular instrument.
Really?
From what I heard, when I went to the music store, they're like, everybody's doing ukulele now. I'm like, no. Because apparently it's cheap and easy to learn, though I haven't really learned much on mine. In the, week now I've owned my uke. But yes, I am dabbling in the ukulele and the recorder. I am learning 2 instruments at once.
There you go.
I tried to find a harmonica, like a really good harmonica, so I could be like a uke and a harmonica and be like the
just
next
put the thing. Are you gonna wear the Blues Traveler thing like around your neck?
Yeah, like Neil Young or like John. What was his name? John Hopper from Blues Traveler. Yeah, I would love to be like that with the uke though. But the recorder, I might have to do that now. Like put it close to my mouth and then like.
There you go. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah. I would love to, once you get some stuff down, I want you to come back on the show and we're going to do a live concert, a live performance. And we'll have some fun. Maybe we'll get Joe up on that and do some parodies too.
Oh, I've got a lot of parody songs. Most of mine, though, are very...
Hey, I'm always down.
My parodies are very dirty, though. Mine are like Andrew Dice Clay, like dirty, like...
Oh, my God.
Like filthy, raunchy stuff that makes, kind of...
So it's not exactly Kids Bop.
No, it's like Bloodhound Gang 2.0.
That's right. Hey, that's another thing. And then, if we're going to go nostalgic, I don't know why Kids Bop maybe remember this. You remember those, now that's what they call music CDs that you get all the time, and they'd have like...
I think that's what they call Music 86
yeah,
or something like that now.
Joe, we all had those, right? You had one, right? Or a few of them.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah, that's classic right there. Yeah.
And it would be like a random song, like... they'd have like Eminem and Britney Spears and
but they were all the clean
Backstreet
versions.
Boys. Yeah, they put all the radio edits on there. They're not going to put like Britney Spears and like Mushroom Head on there.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
It's pretty funny, man. Why do I feel that things were so much better when we were kids? Is it because it was, or is it because we're actually just getting old now?
Old, and we didn't really have the internet and everything like that back in the day, and cell phones.
Yeah.
We didn't have cell phones. I mean, like, if we had the internet, it was like dial-up. It was like, and everything. We didn't have cell phones, and, we had to actually, like, search out things, like, find CDs and music. Now you can, like, listen to Spotify 24/7 a day. You can literally type in an artist. Back in the day, you had to go to the record store to find something.
I mean, you're taking it back because, with dial-up, I remember it used to take a full day to download a full CD.
Yes.
And then you didn't have the full CD. You had to actually search the individual song. Okay, so you got the track list in here. Then you have to put it in there. What was the first one? Napster?
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah.
And don't lose connection, because if you lose connection, then the song messes up, and then you got to re-download the full song.
Man.
Oh my goodness!
You're sitting there for a half hour to wait for one pixelated boob to come up, and then Grandma calls and screws everything up.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, what? Come on. Oh, I just wanted to make sure you got your birthday present.
Yeah.
My birthday was 3 months ago. What do you?
It's like, yeah. Trying to look at Pam Anderson, Grandma.
Yeah, that was the thing, because I grew up with dial-up internet up until I was 18, 19 at my parents. And it was like trying to watch like porno or like trying to watch anything on like the computer. Forget about it. It was just like, yeah.
These kids have it easy. They got YouTube. They got everything. They got everything they want. So, it's bastard little kids.
Right. They got doggone fiber optic and stuff. They press the button, download. Before they even press download, is downloaded. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand making a mix? Like, these kids don't understand making a mix CD back in the day.
Oh my god!
No, not even a mix CD, a mix tape.
Mixtape.
And you sit, you're listening to the radio, and you wait for that. You wait all day for the song you want, and then you hit record, and it's got like the shitty like jamming 92.3 in the middle of it, but you don't care because you got that song that you wanted.
Exactly. And then you hurry up and your finger on the stop button because you know when the end of the song, and then the doggone radio DJ interrupts the song like, yeah, so that was Aaliyah. No, stop. And then you gotta go to the tape and you gotta rewind just a little bit because when you playing it in the car or something, you don't want people to know that you recorded it off the radio.
Exactly. Oh my god, I used to buy. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys back even further music wise. Do you guys remember Ka-Singles? Where it was a tape with like one song on each side, and you paid like $5 for the damn tape.
Yeah, because the regular single would be on side A, and then on side B, it would either be something corny like the radio remix, or the remix to the remix, or the funky code remix.
Exactly. Oh my god, I remember doing that. Like,
Do you remember the Talk Boy? It was...
Oh my god, from Home Alone.
Yeah, I had one of those, and so that's how we recorded, was that was also by doing that to record the Talk Boy, because I had the tape. And I probably had, like, that's when, like, Onyx Slam was out, like, it was all those, like...
Oh my god.
So that was another way to record, was we used the Talk Boy, and you could buy all the individual tapes, and you put them in to record, and that was our other way of doing that.
Joe, did you have the Talk Boy?
I'm really jealous.
Yeah.
I'm really jealous of y'all right now because I always wanted a Talk Boy. And even now, when I watch Home Alone every Christmas season, yes, I do, I get jealous because it still looks so futuristic. It looked like something out of Total Recall or Terminator. It looked like something that the reboot chick in Total Recall would be using to like...
Terrence and the Browns just burp into my Talk Boy. So, that was... Maybe...
Burp in super slow-mo. That's hilarious.
Maybe I'll try to find one for you on eBay.
I was gonna maybe find one now. Let's go see if we can find.
Oh, they're probably priced ridiculously.
It's probably it's like those Nintendo systems.
That's true. Another thing, since we're going nostalgic before we wrap up, and this is because this is
$112.
$112? Seriously?
$112.99. There's one for $74.50 or best offer. Ooh, here's one, Joe. $30. One for $39.99, free shipping too.
Bro, you got to jump on that.
I see.
And then
$30, $8.31 shipping. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, and then what you got to do is you got to get one of the kids to record and like a pizza order, and then switch that up and then play it for like Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? Just like Kevin did in the movie.
It's missing the battery cover though. Oh.
This is Peter McAllister, the father. Love that movie.
It's a brand new one in the packaging from Home Alone 2 for $159 free shipping.
Oh.
Voice change, slow motion switch, includes blank cassette.
Yeah, I remember it taking the cassette. Yeah, if you get that, you got to save that packaging though.
Oh yeah.
You got to.
Like you have to.
Oh my god!
This thing probably takes 17 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took like 6 or 7 AA's. I mean, it was a ton of AA batteries. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, like something that I did today. I've been on vacation, so I last week I was stuck in the house for almost a whole week because I had the flu, right? So cabin fever kicked in, and I'm like, my wife is at work, so I'm like, I'm about to just go out, right? So I drive out to the Exchange, actually in Elyria, because it's a really good store out there, even though there's an Exchange out here. And they had so many cool toys. Like, that's their new thing. Like, they had, like, the old X-Men, like, when I was a kid. Oh. They had, like, obviously, like, the old, like the Power Ranger action figures. But, like, one thing I picked up today, and I found a whole bunch of them, and I'm probably going to go tomorrow, too, but were any of you guys comic book readers? Like, where you would go and, you go to like the corner store and you get like your candy, get a soda, and then they actually used to have like a comic book rack, and you pay like $1 or $2 for a comic. Like, am I the only one that did that, or were you guys comic book guys?
I like the comic books.
I don't know if we have time for me to tell you my very sad comic book story. Never really got into them. I read pretty much what my brother had, but make a long story short, when I was younger, I had to been like 9 or 10 maybe. I remember Wolverine Animanium Rage came out for Super Nintendo. Just got the game. I got that, and I got Virtual Bart. Okay.
Wow.
One of my friends, oh yeah, I took it back. Yeah, I just did that. One of my friends' older brothers, he was cool, but he knew if he can get over on you, he will. So he hands me this box of comic books, like, hey man, I give you these comic books for your Wolverine and your Virtual Bart. And I'm sitting there like, nah. He's like, man, but this one right here, this one is Batman's dad. And I'm like, really? So I'm like amazed, because I'm like, man, this worth some money and stuff. Keep in mind, my brother wasn't at home at the time. My brother came home so pissed off, whooped my tail and stuff, and then went to him and dogging him and stuff. Was like, it was a fair trade. I still have these comics to this day. And the sad part about it is that it was some gems in there, but they were in horrible condition, and my friend at the job took them to his guy to, like, appraise them and see if there was some stuff in there. And apparently I have a very rare Dark Phoenix Saga comic that's worth like $300.
Okay.
But because the cover is all messed up, it's worth $1. Yeah.
Oh,
you shouldn't have told me that, because I was so sad.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Sad. I'm like, you shouldn't have told me that. Why? He was like, just thought you wanted to know. I don't want to know. I'm holding a $300 worth comic, and it's $1 now because the cover is all messed up. And the cover been messed up. It's been messed up since he gave it to me, but how am I supposed to know that? So yeah, there's my sad story.
Oh man.
Carry on, wayward son.
I'm sorry. We'll switch it before we sign off. Chase, you have any comic book members? I mean, I'm a geek. I still go to the store and buy them. So.
I mean, the comics for me were always like, I always went for like the weird, like the really bad, like superheroes. Like, I was always into anything that had Beast from X-Men.
Beast was awesome. I like Beast.
Beast was my dude from X-Men, Nightcrawler, and like I loved the Punisher, and then like Iron Man, but not Tony Stark Iron Man, the Black Iron Man. I thought Black Iron Man was awesome.
Oh, War Machine.
Love
War Machine. I want to get my hands on War Machine #1. I'm still trying to do that, but yeah, no, those aren't. I don't think those are weird. I mean, the Nightcrawler and freaking Beast are the shit. So
I mean, like for me, it was always like when I went to the comic books, it was always like the unique, like I don't know, like ones that weren't really like the more popular ones. But I thought Punisher was cool, just because he was the Punisher and he had a cool looking outfit.
I'm gonna tell all y'all who the #1 most badass superhero of all time is. Blank Man and Other Guy. Bam.
That's classic right there.
Wow.
He gets no better than Blank Man.
I would watch Blank Man over and over. You know why? Because it was like one of those things it's like, if he can do it, I can do it.
My favorite cartoon growing up was The Tick. I wish
they're making a new one. It's exclusive to Amazon, though. So if you have Prime, you can watch it.
I think it already...
Is it out?
Did it already start?
I think the pilot.
Yeah, I thought it already started.
I have to check it out.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Oh man, I actually have Prime, so I have to check it out. So maybe I will dabble in that. Maybe tomorrow, and we'll watch a little bit of God. So yeah, let's bring it back. The Tick. Oh my God. All right. Well, we could talk forever and ever and ever, but it is getting a little late, so we're gonna wrap up the show. Guys, listening home, thank you for all your listens, your downloads. Talking with us on Twitter and on the Instagram. We appreciate that. So For all past episodes, you can check us out at hardcoregeekcast.com. If you're an iPhone user, just go to iTunes, type in Hardcore Geek Podcast. We're there. Go ahead and subscribe. That way, every time we have a new episode, it's going to pop up right in your feed, and you can listen to us talk about complete nonsense, or listen to us talk about some nostalgia stuff, which is always a good time. You know, it's always good to kind of looking back at a simpler time rather than looking up, all that nasty stuff on the news that we see now. Also, guys, if you want to check out our partner show, Rebellion Wrestling Radio, we are at rebellionwrestling.com. If you want to check yourself out a t-shirt, go to prowrestlingtees.com/rebellionwrestling. That helps actually both shows keep the lights on, helps us do weekly shows for you, production costs, all that fun stuff. And I think that's all the plugs, guys. I think that's really all I got. Joe, you have anything you want to plug before we wrap it up?
Check out youtube.com/MYL4EVA. That's Eva. That's how we used to say it in the 90s. Eva.
Love it, love it. Chase, where can we find you online?
Facebook at my name, Chase Merriman. If you want to Facebook me, that's cool. Twitter, ChaseM262.
And then Chase, this is something that you didn't mention, but you are a runner.
I am.
And you do these awesome videos. Trail running with Chase.
Trail running with Chase on Facebook Live.
It's fun, I think it's funny. And it's very educational, too. You let us know.
Try to give some useless tidbits.
Useless knowledge is where it's at. And guys, obviously...
Such as, did you know that Nathan Jones is on Facebook?
I did not know that. I'm so lost. Alright, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to put a bow on this one. Next week, we're going to come at you here right on Hardcore Geek Podcast. If you want to listen live, always visit us at Spreaker.com/show/hardcoregeek. You guys are beautiful. We will love you long time. And we are out. Goodbye, everybody.
Coasting.